Hello, good evening, and welcome to another package of your favorite program on the transformation of Nigeria's industrial sector, BOI Impact. I am Hadiza Olaoshebiko. Tonight's edition will take us through the recent visit of the bank's management team to the ancient city of Kano, where the bank commissioned another state office. Before the commissioning ceremony, the bank's management team, led by its managing director, Mr. Rashid Olaoluwa, paid a courtesy visit to the Kano State Governor, His Excellency Abdullahi Ganduje, and the Emir of Kano, His Royal Highness Muhammad Sanusi II. So stay tuned as we bring you all of these exciting moments in the next half hour. Happy viewing. Just like the other states that the bank has commissioned its state offices, Kano State is also one of the many states that the bank has an outstanding relationship with. The state and the bank established a 2 billion naira micro, small and medium enterprises MSME development fund for entrepreneurs in the state last year. The commissioning of the bank's Kano State office is an attestation to the bank's continuous support to the development of MSMEs across the country. Just before the commissioning ceremony, the management of the Bank of Industry, led by the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, met with the Executive Governor of the state, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, who was represented by his deputy, to intimate him on the current state of the bank's relationship with the state government.
It's a great honor and privilege, Your Excellency, to be here this morning to pay you this courtesy visit. On behalf of the board, management and staff of the Bank of Industry, we would like to express our appreciation to His Excellency, for the partnership which we have enjoyed, between the Kano State government and the Bank of Industry. I'm pleased to inform His Excellency that the bank has made giant strides in the financing of small, medium, and large enterprises. Today, we have a total loan outstanding in excess of 560 billion naira in our books. And most of these loans are alive and performing. Specifically, in the case of Kano State, we have an MOU which was targeted at financing small and medium enterprises in Kano State. The value of the MOU is 2 billion naira, but so far, both parties have contributed 250 million naira each. And under this MOU, we financed many enterprises, and we are at a point where we are going to be appealing to His Excellency to consider actually increasing the amount of contribution under that MOU. We've always maintained a regional office in Kaduna, and Kano State enterprises were always served from out of Kaduna. But we just felt that it was important, given the growing scope of our partnership with Kaduna State government, that we have a presence in Kano so that we can be closer to those enterprises.
In his welcome address, the Deputy Governor commended the timely visit of the bank's management team to the state.
Your presence in Kano at this point, MD, is very, very timely. Very timely, and I assure you we'll try our best to make sure that we strengthen this partnership. So also, I plead with you to place Kano in your strategic plan as the next economy that you will develop to reach, maybe to surpass Lagos, your headquarters, in the next few years. And also to let you know, I'm sure you are aware of our project on hydropower. This project will, in the next 3 months, come to fruition. In fact, it's the first project that we visited immediately after our swearing in. When we drove out of the stadium, We drove straight to the project because of its cardinal importance in terms of the economic development of our state. We understand very well that we put maximum effort to improve the power supply, we'll be doing a lot of justice to the industrial revival of our state. And that we are so committed. So on behalf of His Excellency the Governor and the people of Kano State, I want to warmly welcome you to Kano, and we look forward to commissioning the new office in the next hour or so. And that will open and kickstart the new strengthened relationship between your bank and this government. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was a brief meeting between the Kano State government officials and the management of the Bank of Industry shortly before the commissioning of BOI's state office. Immediately after the meeting at the government house, the management quite expectedly headed for the palace of the Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, who is the immediate past governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The BOI delegation was warmly received at the palace. Here are highlights from the visit. See you at the other side. At the Emir's Palace, the bank's managing director, Mr. Rashid Olaoluwa, eagle-eyed the royal father, His Majesty Mohammed Sanusi II, on the developmental role he played in strengthening the Bank of Industry's financial capacity when he was then the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. He said it was during his tenure as CBN governor that a lot of positive transformation took place in the banking and Nigeria's industrial sector.
Besides is that we are able to open a new office in Kano, and he sends you a courtesy visit and wishes you journey masses back to your destinations.
We just thought that it was only fitting that we come to the palace to pay our respects, to pay homage to His Royal Highness Muhammad Sanusi II, the Emir of Kano, because we remember with nostalgia the significant role he has played in developing the Bank of Industry. You will remember that it was under his tenure as the governor of the Central Bank that significant interventions, were made by the Central Bank of Nigeria. We all know about the refinance and restructuring facility, which was 235 billion naira. The Power and Aviation Intervention Fund of 300 billion naira. These are significant interventions that have really transformed the Bank of Industry. And we just thought we should pay our homage.
You're still watching BOI Impact. After receiving the blessing of His Royal Highness, the bank's team, alongside the Kano State Governor, who was ably represented by the Deputy Governor, proceeded to BOI's Kano State Office for the commissioning ceremony that featured goodwill messages and testimonies from BOI customers in the state. Here are excerpts from the commissioning ceremony. In his opening remarks, the Managing Director of the Bank of Industry highlighted some peculiar reasons why the Kano State Office is essential. He also informed those present of the state of BOI Kano State MSME Development Fund.
Kano State is very central to BOI's strategy of ensuring that our developmental finance services are brought closer to the people by virtue of Kano State's pedigree of being the second largest industrial base in Nigeria and the largest in northern Nigeria. Thus, our choice of Kano as our second office in the northwestern region was well considered. The office will also serve BOI's customers in the neighboring states such as Jigawa and Katsina states. In implementing the matching fund partnership, BOI received a total of 311 loan applications amounting to 3.58 billion naira through the Kano State Ministry of Commerce, Industry, Cooperatives and Tourism, out of which 167 loans totaling 499.1 million have been approved. In terms of developmental impact, we estimate that 595 direct and 495 indirect jobs have so far been created. I would like to add that BOI has, on its own, provided direct loans in excess of 16 billion naira to 68 other enterprises in Kano State. I'm very pleased to note, Your Excellency, that many of our loan beneficiaries are with us today.
He also spoke on the bank's new development agenda in the state.
In pursuit of economic growth, the bank has worked assiduously to identify SME clusters in Kano State with the aim of extending financial support to entrepreneurs operating therein. Some of the identified clusters in Kano include groundnut oil milling, garmenting, tanneries for leather products, tomato processing, rice milling, grain milling, including maize, sorghum, millet, etc., metal fabrication, plastics, printing, and even canning wood, Your Excellency. With BOI's presence in the historic city of Lake of Kano, we believe the developmental impact of the bank will be greatly enhanced in support of the real sector and also complement the state government's socio-economic development objectives.
There was also comments from some of the bank's beneficiaries in the state.
As a customer with BOI, as beneficiary of the Intervention Fund for Textile Revival Fund, I want to state clearly that we had an intervention fund for textile in the country, 100 billion naira, partly disbursed, about 60 billion naira disbursed already. But that does not go without challenges. Government made effort. BOI really did a very good job in screening and disbursement of the fund.
I'm very pleased to appreciate Bank of Industry for coming to open this office in Kano to serve Kano, Jigawa, and Katsina, particularly in development of SMEs, which we are part of them. We highly appreciate this effort under the able leadership of the Managing Director. I would like to thank Bank of Industry, honestly, for charging the most lowest interest on SME development in the whole of this country in terms of financial institutions. Please give them a round of applause. They are charging 1-digit interest. This is very wonderful and it is highly encouraging. We hope, please, Bank of Industry will look into the area of looking for the working capital issue. I learned the Bank of Industry is trying to negotiate with commercial banks, and the interest will go up to about 19%. Please, even if it means going back to this government of today, which we feel they have the interest of the country and its development aspects, please find a way. The working capital will be lower. Don't go to commercial banks, please, because people are highly appreciating your effort of development. Believe you me, nobody can tell you he has given any Bank of Industry staff money to assist their facility. I'm very proud to say it, because I have passed through their hand and I have assisted other people. They have got their facilities and nobody is complaining in giving out a kobo to anybody. This is very much remarkable. I wish the managing director and his team said return back to Abuja or Lagos. And to the SMEs, please, I would like everybody around here to enlighten other people, to come up and enjoy this facility. These people have a lot of money to give out, you know, so that at least we can drive poverty away, we can generate employment. Somebody like me here standing, professionally I'm a flight dispatcher, I work with pilots, but at the end of the journey, I discovered I'm only working for myself alone and nothing is coming off. I dropped that idea. I am operating a small-scale industry of oil drilling. At least I am giving employment to about 12 people now. So please, and the money we took from BOI is not much. We took just very little, about 4 million naira. We paid them about 2.5 million naira. Then we entered into a distress. We went back to them, we explained, we wrote to them. These people wonderfully understood us. They restructured the facility and added something to us again. You see how lovely, these people are. Yeah. So please look at them. They are very good people. They are very good people. Honestly, you see, it's always good to say the truth. Yes, I'm honestly very much pleased with Bank of Industry, and I wish you more feathers into your affairs. Thank you very much.
In his speech, the executive governor of Kano State, represented by his deputy, Professor Hafiz Abubakar, expressed his delight on the commissioning of the bank's office in his state.
It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be here with you today to commission the Kano State Office of the Bank of Industry. Your presence in Kano has confirmed your concern for entrepreneurial development of our people, which is in concert with our administration's effort to improve the growth and development of the people of Kano State in the field of small and medium enterprises. To us, this occasion is unique as it represents, in a symbolic way, the actualization of the agreement made sometimes between your bank and the state government on how we can co-finance small scale and medium enterprises in the state for enhanced economic activities. Kano is the nationally acclaimed center of commerce since time immemorial. This administration is committed to ensuring that activities geared toward economic development are encouraged and prioritized. In this regard, our resolve for wealth creation, employment generation, and enhancement of our revenue drive has become our focus since we came on board in 2011. It is in that regard, therefore, the search for viable options was extended to consider a proposal that will facilitate the economic improvement of our people through a program that seeks to promote small and medium enterprises. Indeed, commerce and protection are key areas of comparative advantage in Kano State. As such, they should be given the needed deserving attention. It is on this note that the state government executed an MOU with the Bank of Industry in June 2013 to support the development and growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises in the state.
He also unveiled some of the state government's developmental programs to fast-track industrial growth in the state.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, recently Kano State government witnessed a major breakthrough in our aggressive investment drive in the textile sector through an implementation committee for the implementation of 44 garment industries in the state, which I chaired as the then Deputy Governor. I'm delighted to inform the general public that this administration is dedicated to the quick take-off of the 44 garment clusters established in the 44 local government areas of the state. The purpose of the cluster was to further unlock the opportunities in the sector which portend high employment generation and economic empowerment. The intent is to provide 400,000 jobs along the value chain in garment products, and it is the first of its kind in Nigeria. In order to ensure successful takeoff of this laudable investment, the state government has requested the support of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, in Nigeria as its technical partner, and it's being considered and it will be finalized very, very soon. We are also developing our solid minerals, infrastructure and power sectors in addition to others to a globally competitive status so as to support the growth of SMEs and their development. Today, I'm happy to announce that the state government will seek partnership with the Bank of Industry to further facilitate the take-off funding arrangement for raw materials and other operating needs of the 44 garment clusters in order to gradually oversee the transfer of ownership to private investors in the very near future.
Thereafter, he officially commissioned the bank's state office.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the good people of Kano State, I once again welcome you all and wish to assure you that the Kano State government has taken all necessary measures to enable the Kano State Office of the Bank of Industry achieve its objective. I therefore encourage the bank to take advantage of the presence of the office for meaningful transactions that will lift our developmental strides to greater heights. On behalf of the good people of Kano State, and in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I hereby commission, on behalf of His Excellency the Executive Governor, the Kano State Office of the Bank of Industry. Thank you and God bless.
Before now, we've always serviced the entire northwest geopolitical zone of this country from Kaduna. We have customers located across the entire zone, so we realized that it was not efficient. It didn't bring our services close enough, to the SME community, and therefore we decided that we should expand, our network, to bring us closer. In this particular geopolitical zone, Kano is the first office that we have opened. We are about to also open in Mina, Niger State, and we've also done similar, we're taking similar steps in other geopolitical zones in the country. At the end of the day, we probably have about 15 zones, 15 branches, instead of 7 that we used to have before. The objective, ultimately, is to bring us closer to the SMEs, because we are really doing a lot of things to support the SMEs in Nigeria. We realize that they are the cornerstone of economic development in any country, and therefore we should take them very seriously.
Nigeria records post-harvest losses and wastages annually in the agricultural sector due to limited processing and preservation capacity. This results in high food prices and food importation, with its attendant effects on the nation's foreign reserves. To enable Nigerians optimize the benefits from the country's vast agricultural products such as cassava, oil palm, rice, tomatoes, and others, the Bank of Industry has launched a 5 billion naira cottage agro-processing fund, the CAP Fund. Customers can access the fund to establish plans to process our various agro-produce into food products or intermediate raw materials for industries at a single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. For more information on the CAP Fund, please visit www.boinigeria.com/capfund. Bank of Industry, developing Nigeria's agro-processing industry through the CAP Fund.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed this week's package. If you did, please join us next week when we'll bring you another interesting edition of the program. It's good evening and have yourself an enterprising week. I am Hadiza Olaoshibiko. Bye for now.